I think we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Moonlit Ghost live stream. Yep, we're good. As always, let me know if audio needs to be adjusted, but welcome. If you're unfamiliar with what I do here, you guys share your scary, creepy videos with me, and I try to determine if they are real or if they're fake. Excuse me. And I'm trying to build a community of skeptics and believers alike, so we can find genuine evidence of the paranormal online. But as you and I know, most everything online is fake, but I think that there's real evidence out there. So this is what this is all about. We're going to get right into it. Join the Discord, join the discussion in Discord, links in the description. And we've got one viewer on already. Shout out in the comments. Let me know who you are. I always like to see that. Okay. Well, let's switch over to the corner cam. This is the Discord. We have a few good reactions, few good submissions, reaction suggestions on the Discord that we're going to go through right now. Let's get into it. This is from, I don't know if this is his real name, but in brackets, redacted on Discord. But we're going to watch it from Reddit. Here we go. I don't think there's any audio to this, so this looks like a trail cam. All right, boys, what is this? From Redacted. I don't know what that is. There's something moving there, but it's so hard to make out. That is a white blob. I think, let's take a look at the comments. The crystal clear video makes it obvious. So Idaline is obviously being facetious. Absolutely a ghost, a big bad John, yada, 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 yada. Okay. I don't really have anything, I don't really know what to say about that, other than it was a kind of a very hard to make out white blob, a person or cobweb. Redacted is saying cobweb swaying from left to right seems like a good guess. Opie is saying that it goes behind a tree. At first I thought it went behind the tree, but looks like Redacted came up with another thing from this guy, this bow hunting guy, about the same thing. So let's kind of, oh, this is just from a comment. So I've compared it to other Bourbon Lover 88. So I've compared it to other videos of my buddy and I walking out at a similar distance. This thing is about twice as tall as us. Oh, yes, I see that. Photo below for context. So in that white, so this actually does make it a little bit more intriguing. Because that white blob passing by was quite a bit taller than this guy, which makes me want to go back and watch this again. Huh. I don't think, even if we tried to enhance this, that is so minuscule, so light. I don't think it would be possible to really tease out any sort of detail with whatever that is. But I do appreciate that they took a photo of themselves standing by this tree, and it does really look like that blob is much taller. Now the question is does it go behind the trees? At first it kind of does look like it goes behind this tree, but then it looks like it goes in front of this tree. I think somebody mentioned maybe it's something much closer. Yeah, like right there it goes. I'm pretty certain it goes in front of this tree. It seems like this is something much closer to the screen. And unless you guys disagree with me, I think it's something closer to the screen, closer to the camera lens than we originally think. And that's just my 2 cents on that. We're going to go back to what Redacted says here. If you think it's a person, mind the unbothered rabbit. All right, my conclusion on that is that it is something closer to the camera lens, and I'm gonna stick with that until somebody, one of you guys, somebody out there, can show me why that's not the case. That's what I'm going with. Thank you for the suggestion. I would like to know if this is your real name or not, Redacted. But Redacted, thank you for the suggestion. Gets us good starting here. We got one from Matt here, longtime fan of the channel. Matt says, saw this one pop up recently and don't know what to think. For starters, there's 2 people crawling, walking around and being all strange, but also through the entire 4-minute 59 runtime, the little tree in the middle is going mental, like it's being pulled all over the place by something. Okay, this looks sounds very interesting. Let's see what this is about. We got 3 people. We got Peter Schnebley on the stream. Hi, Peter. And we got Effie. Hi, Effie. We got weird creatures crawling around and a crazy tree. Whoa. What is this all about? We got 4 people on the stream. Shout out in the comments. I love to see who you guys are. I really appreciate it for you guys jumping on. Yeah. I'm missing this crazy weird video though. Is there any audio to this? Okay, there is some audio. Okay. That's super creepy. What is going on here? What in the world? I'm not going to pause it. I'm just going to watch this all the way through first and just kind of embrace what's going on here. That tree, like Matt said, is going mental. Wait, was he in that tree? We got some serious weird like Jungle Book, shadow people, human monkey type things going on. Like I can't. What? Comment down below if you happen to know where this is taking place. What the heck? We got 5 people. Awesome. Thank you for jumping on. Comment, let me know who you are. I'll shout you out. First thing is I would like to know what the purpose of this camera is. Is this set up to watch wildlife, or what's going on here? Is this at somebody's house in the woods, or like a security camera? This is really trippy, Matt. This is a great suggestion. We are going to finish this video. Yeah. I'm going to finish watching this, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. If you know of any strange videos, I'll take YouTube links and Reddit links, but for now, just those 2, just to be as safe as we can. If you know of any weird videos, go to Discord, links in the description, Moonlit Ghost Discord, and there's a reaction suggestion spot where you can drop a YouTube or a Reddit link, and you might see me react to it. But this is tripping me out right now from... Oh, let's turn the music back on. And we got 7 people. We got Cat's Gallery here, but driving. Oh, stay safe, Cat. Cat's Gallery. First priority. We don't want any accidents happening. I really don't know what to think. I mean, I can imagine somebody putting like these are just like a couple kids, like normal kids, and then somebody in post. Oh my gosh, but that is really, really creepy there. Slowly crawling towards the camera. One of them stands up and walks away. If they weren't like shadow figures, I mean, they would look like just a couple kids playing around, right? That one's kind of disfigured and weird looking. And I don't know what the deal is with this tree. Where are we in this video? We're almost done. Just like 30 seconds or something. What in the world? That's a good recommendation, dude. That's one of the weirdest things I've seen in a while, actually. I'm gonna go back. So there was a part where it seemed like they were actually interacting with this tree, and so maybe there's more than 2 of them. Like one of them is kind of pulling on that tree. I want to find that specific spot. Do you see like right in the middle here? Maybe that's just pixels being weird. Oh, and he jumps down behind this little wall right here. Did you see that? I didn't realize there was like a place to go right there. We're gonna back up on that one. He just disappears behind that wall. That's really bizarre. And then he comes back. And what is this guy seeing? That's my question. Is he seeing these shadow figures? Or is he not even paying attention? Like, what is he seeing? If there's somebody behind this camera, I'm not going to watch the whole video again, but I just want to get to this one point where that I saw one of these things interacting with the tree. He's crawling on top of that little building. There's definitely 2 of them. We got 8 concurrent viewers. That's exciting. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Suffice it to say that I I don't know. It may very well be like edited or hoaxed or whatever, but I need to see some proof. Here's the thing. So I kind of find myself looking at things that could very easily be hoaxed. but just because something could be hoaxed doesn't necessarily mean it is. And I'm just gonna kind of go out there. I'm just gonna say that these are legit shadow people right now. I don't have a good explanation for this. Obviously you could edit it. Obviously you could just record like a couple kids playing around. But I saw like enough anomalous things in that video that, to me, if you were to edit this, like to I forget the editing term just off the top of my head, but you can like you can cut out frame by frame. It's fairly easy these days if you have a good software, and you can just like decrease the saturation or contrast to the point where they're just like a person is just like a black blob or whatever. And I know that you can do that. But the fact that this is there are a few things that jump out at me here. That this appears to be somewhere in the woods or the jungle, and it seems to be somewhere out of the United States. And there were 2, maybe 3 of those beings, like for 5 minutes, running around. Sometimes I felt like I could see them interacting with the tree. Other times they weren't. And that tree is also another very strange thing. And they were jumping in and out of that wall, which I thought was like, I didn't even know there was space behind that wall. So for me, I'm going to take a note and put this one in the Solve a Mystery section, which is right here, which you guys can jump on there and jump on any one of these to help debunk these mysteries that I'm putting on there. And after this live stream, I'm going to put this there. We got 8 concurrent viewers. Thank you guys for joining me. Shout out in the comments. Let me know who is there. That's a super weird one. That one's going to go in the Solve a Mystery. Thanks, Matt, for the recommendation. And we got Gamer Dad 202. Very interesting. I'm having a hard time gauging their size. I think they're feral children. I notice around the 2 mark that one of them stands up and walks off to the right on 2 legs with a normal walking pattern. And that made me a little suspicious. So I did think that, okay, maybe they could be feral children, but they're not just feral children, because there's something else going on here. They're too void-ish. There's no depth or contrast to them. So that's going in the Solve a Mystery for sure. Matt says, yeah, dude, that's what I mean. I had 2 legs at some point. Originally, I thought they were added into the footage, but you can hear thud noises. Yeah, and the wall and everything. The whole thing is really weird. Okay. That's going into Solve a Mystery. That said, we are going to just do a quick review of the other things that I've put in the Solve a Mystery section. In case you guys have any comments, have any things that you want to say, we're going to go through this here. This is one of the first ones I posted here. This is old Willis House ghost footage. All right, should be right to the spot.
And to explore an old abandoned house in the woods.
This is from Nukes. One of the suggestions, somebody tried to debunk this, and I think that I think they had a good point. But let's get into this. These guys are exploring a creepy abandoned house.
Oh, that's weird. This was a one-room house? Or it was...
For context, these guys are out exploring. They don't have a ghost channel, and this appears to be kind of a one-off, like weird paranormal ghost thing that they experienced while exploring one of these houses. They're underneath the house right now.
It's a two-room house with a dog trot.
And right here, they hear the house is empty above them. They've just explored the house, and they hear footsteps.
More supports.
So that's a 1958 Coke bottle, right?
What is that?
Oh, that's weird. Here.
So I'm not gonna watch all of this, but the context behind that is that they heard very strange footsteps above them while they were underneath the house, and then they obviously look and there's nobody there. One of my original things, I thought this was pretty genuine because the look on their faces was pretty genuine. But we got Miles here. He says for sure it's been faked. He downloaded the video, converted it, so he did all this audio, and he compares it with footsteps. He compares it with footsteps, their own footsteps when they first enter the house audio. And it's very similar. It's very similar. I don't know if it's 100% the same, though. So why don't you guys jump in this forum if you have any suggestions or thoughts, and let me know what you think of that one. I'm still on the edge. I don't know 100% if the audio is their own footsteps when they originally entered the house. But let me know what you think. We got Could Be Your Neighbor. It's hardly a one-off. They have a weird thing going on in 1 out of 3 videos. Oh, really? Okay, that brings a little bit more suspicion to this video. That kind of knocks it down a peg for me if that's true. Okay, thanks for that comment. Could Be Your Neighbor. That's a great name. We got 8 concurrent viewers. Thank you for jumping on. So, seems like these guys maybe do something like this pretty regularly. Let me know what you guys think in the comments or in the comments in this forum on the Discord. Okay, then we got a crazy, what's something we've already kind of gone over, crazy lady dash cam. Yeah, I want to make sure we're in the right spot here.
Scream. YouTube channel These Dark Adventures sent home run.
Apparently this guy just had his dash cam going. He's driving down some street and he runs across a really crazy lady. At first I thought it was like a hitchhiker ghost, but yeah, I don't know about this.
The driver suddenly spots a woman walking all by herself in the middle of the night.
This one really trips me out because obviously it could be fake, it could be hoaxed, but you never know. If this is something that was real, let me know in the comments. Do you think that this one was real? And if so, I mean, that's a real person in distress. The one thing that's really weird about it is that the driver, or the narrator, Nuke,
As he gets closer, he is horrified when he sees the
seems to suggest that this woman is missing her eyes, which I don't know if that's completely true, but it does kind of look like they're dark voids where her eyes are. So if anybody has any information about this one, head on over to the Discord. Let me know where this happened, who it is. If somebody hoaxed it, I want to know. We got Kobo. I think that's how you pronounce that. Hey, what's up, dude? Thanks for jumping on the stream. We got 9 people. Awesome. Okay, moving on. Lady in White Ghost. This was an interesting one. Excuse me. Because I'm partial to Lady in White phantoms.
White. Nuke's top 5 viewer and paranormal investigator Mark Reyes emailed me about a video that he captured with his family while on a ghost hunt at the Evangelical Spiritual Church in Cicero, Illinois. The church was once used as...
Okay, cool. Could Be Your Neighbor follows up. He said he investigated their channel. The guy's investigating the house. Yeah, I checked a bunch. Super clear EVPs, random stone throws, stuff like that. Interesting. Okay, so maybe they're trying to maybe they were like a genuinely exploration video channel, but they're trying to get more views, and so they do things like things being thrown at them and nobody knows who it is, and EVPs. I think EVPs probably can be real, but after I thoroughly investigated Kent Bouris and Ghost of Carmel, Maine, I was so disillusioned from EVPs that it's just ridiculous. Maybe some of those, maybe EVPs can genuinely be captured, but it's so unbelievably easy to fake that I just have to almost discredit all of them out of hand, unless there's something really special about it. So that's a good commentary. Thank you. Could be your neighbor. I really appreciate that.
There's a funeral home that is said to be extremely haunted. It's the middle of the night, and Rick and his family are investigating the church when suddenly their EMF meter detects something.
I'm not so interested about the EMF meter, but they catch something on camera.
Who seems to be wearing a white gown.
Yeah, this white dress here.
Did you see it? A woman who seems to be wearing a white gown can be seen standing behind the family on the far side of the church. Ricky says that his daughter felt a presence as she looked back, but that none of them actually saw the mysterious woman at the time. It wasn't until they returned home that they discovered what they had captured. Roll home. You see some
So, I thought when they go back or something like that. Where is this? Yeah, they go back and the woman isn't there. And obviously, again, this could be so easily faked, but I have a soft spot in my heart for ghosts in white dresses, because I saw one myself. And I think the only thing that you could do to debunk this one is to investigate this person's channel. Links on the Discord, what we're watching here. Figure out kind of who they are and what they do generally and what kind of videos they post. And usually people who, if they are faking something like this, they will have a tendency to do a lot of videos like this. And if you cannot explicitly debunk this video, they will usually slip up and they'll have a video that's a lot easier to debunk. And if the channel is overall faking stuff, then it really, this just kind of goes out the window for me. So, yeah, this is still there. I think somebody mentioned that this maybe was like a statue in the background here, but I don't think it is, because I think when they come back to it, it's gone, like it's missing. Yeah, they're going down that way, and I know it's like a quick pan, but I don't think that statue is there. So I think it was either a person standing there in a white dress, either intentionally or unintentionally hoaxing a sighting, or it was a real ghost, which I'm open to. Let's move on. The next one here, we got a cloaked dude. This one we looked at last live stream.
Message. While others see them as omens or warnings. In this video posted to Facebook by Ahmed Shah, we see possible evidence in one such interaction.
This one is so weird. Everybody's saying it's a smudge on the camera because the dog becomes partially cloaked as well. Right there. You see the dog's head become cloaked.
Shows what appears to be a dark, ghostly figure interacting with two dogs.
But it's just that how these dogs are interacting with that person, they're not angry. They're very skeptical of this person, of this cloaked person. And I don't know that they're seeing a cloaked person, but I'm also not entirely sure that this is a smudge on the camera, because it appears to follow that person around. Unless everything from here that way is all smudged, I don't know.
Like so many videos of this.
This is what I want to point out. Please, if you have any thoughts on this, if you can confirm that it is a smudge on the camera, please head on over to the forum on Discord and let me know your thoughts on this, because I'm a little stumped here. And I want to point this out. So like, people say that that the dog becomes blurred as well, and it does, but the dog becomes blurred without even moving. The figure moves closer to the dog, and then whatever blur is obscuring the person then comes and blurs the head of the dog. And so the only thing, I cannot imagine that this is a smudge on the camera. The only thing that I can think of if I were to debunk this is if somebody was editing this in post and they masked in like this blur over the person, and then it followed the person, the blur follows the person, and then it goes over the dog a little bit. But somebody with more experience, please let me know, because it seems more than just blurred to me. It appears to me that like he is actually partially transparent, which
like so many
because
videos of this night scene, transparent and out of focus when all the other elements in the clip are clearly visible.
because I just don't have enough expertise, enough experience in this, but when his body goes over this section right here, I hope you can see my mouse, it follows the white line, which is maybe the end of a sidewalk or driveway or something, continues through this blur, which if it was just blurred, I would assume that would be obscured. But could be your neighbor says, hard to say if the background is mostly plain gray. Yeah, but it's mostly plain gray, but to my point, like right here, this isn't plain gray. And so I'm going to keep this one up until somebody gives me a plausible explanation that I can really internalize and digest here, about how this is not a cloaked human or some sort of phantom or something. So yeah, I don't know. Please comment, head on over to the Discord, into this Cloaked Dude forum, and let me know your thoughts on this one, because I really would love to debunk this one if possible. If you've got experience with cameras, with software editing, let me know your thoughts. And we're welcoming Dread to the Discord. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. We're going to go to this ghost doll. And we're going to kind of review some of these, and then we'll watch one of Nuke's newest videos. All right.
The Goodwill Ghost Doll. TikTok user James Fodder bought a very creepy doll at his local Goodwill. At the time, a store employee warned James.
Okay, so we reacted to this a little bit ago. And the reason this is up is because I was pretty impressed with this. This is kind of your typical possessed doll. Typical story. You buy it at like some used like Goodwill or like a garage sale or something, and they bring it home, and weird things start happening around the house, and then they record it. And a lot of those are fairly easy to debunk, but this one just kind of stood out.
James,
Let's
that the
just
doll's
watch it
previous
again.
owner was in a rush to get rid of it because she believed it was very haunted. James didn't believe in the paranormal and knew the doll was worth quite a bit of money, so he bought it and took it home. That's when he realized that he had made a huge mistake. James began to hear voices. The doors in his home started to open and close on their own. And scariest of all, he started seeing strange shadowy shapes.
I know this one, Nuke. What's up? Like you just this is like stock footage, Nuke, but like you're just putting in inserting stock footage of a person, a dead body being dragged across the floor. Seems a little out of place, but okay,
Around
whatever.
his home. James decided to place the doll on a chair in an empty room with a motion-activated camera monitoring it. What he captures is downright creepy.
Yeah, just even watching that is really creepy. And at first, I thought they were controlling the camera, but apparently they're saying the camera is moving by itself. Impossible to confirm or deny. Yeah, there's that. Oh, my head was in the way for that. Okay. I'm gonna move that out of the way. There's this creepy thing that runs across like a gremlin or something. I don't know. But that's not the thing that I'm most concerned about. The thing I'm most concerned about is the actual what happens with this doll here.
The camera moves around as if tracking movement somewhere in the empty room. But nothing's moving. Then a small dark shape can be seen quickly moving across the floor in the hallway behind the doll. James explains that the camera only moves when it senses physical motion, so he has no idea why the camera would be moving when there's nothing there. Another night of filming, and when James checks his camera footage, he is shocked.
So the doll is moving a little bit, okay? All right. So if it just moved that much, obviously that wouldn't be too hard to stage, but let's keep watching. I mean, regardless, that is creepy, just watching a doll sit in a chair. And it tilts right there. Okay, so it's off camera. Supposedly in one continuous shot, you get it moving, like its feet moving slightly a little bit. So you've got somebody pulling a string or something like that, but then the camera moves back, and then in this continuous shot, it tilts forward. You can see that it's clearly looking down now. And then it falls back.
The camera still moves all.
So that's kind of the most, I don't know. Obviously that could be fake. I don't want to play too much into this one because I could just be being taken for a fool, but I don't see. I mean, I see a way, obviously, to hoax that and to fake that, but to me, that one is a little bit more impressive than other haunted ghost dolls, which is why I'm going to keep it up for the time being. Check the channel. Let me know if they do weird things like that often and what they're about. We're going to review one more. Oh yeah, this one, and then we'll watch a new react to a new Nukes video. This one right here. Cardboard ghost cutouts. This one was trippy as well. Not as trippy as those like feral children,
movement.
but So right here,
Senses,
this guy is recording the
movement.
security camera. Is that? Oh, yeah, it's just like the security camera interface. Looks like 2020, February 21st. There are these figures standing on the outside of his property, it looks like. And he's... But they are... And he goes out to investigate, and they are ridiculously still. And he's tripping out a little bit. He's looking at them because apparently he can see them. And then he gets in his car and shines the light on them again, and the figures are just gone.
CCTV records 2 trespassers standing at the property gate. The homeowner had
He says trespassers, but that video is so... Those people standing there, it's so still. I would not expect, if those were real people, that they would be that still. And that's why I kind of thought, are they cardboard cutouts that maybe tipped over or something?
heads outside to demand that they leave.
Yeah, he's yelling at them.
To activate his truck's headlights. It lights up the 2 strangers as clear as day. But when he yells for them to leave, they don't move.
Are they
And
mannequins?
the man heads for his truck, reaching inside and flipping on the headlights.
And then they're
The
gone.
trespassers have disappeared. To this day, the family has no idea who they were or what they were doing there. But most disturbing of all, where did they go?
If we were to take this at face value, they apparently see something on their security camera, and then the guy like hits his key fob and shines a light on them, and they're there, and then they don't move, and so the guy comes out and he's yelling at him. He's like, "Get out of here!" And he's looking at him. Like, apparently it appears that he actually sees them standing there, or whatever it is standing there. And he gets in his car, turns his lights on again, and then, but they're gone. And so I don't have a great explanation for that. I don't know if this was, if that's not a very strange encounter. This had to have been edited in post. But I don't want to just chalk everything up to it was edited in post. I want to leave the door open for strange things to actually be happening like this. So let me know what you think about that one. Because you do not see them run away. You don't even see them move. Okay. Head on over to Discord and let me know. We are going to watch... this was posted a month ago by Nuke. Top 10 ghost videos so scary I had to have emergency surgery. Wow, that's unfortunate. Nuke, I'm sorry. Maybe you should stop making these scary videos that are doing you harm. I do think that I watched this one like a month or so ago, but I don't really remember a lot that came out of it, so we're going to try to do a genuine reaction to this.
River's Edge. Cambodian paranormal investigation team RC Fun TV2 travels to an allegedly haunted area along the bank of a river. The locals tell stories of many horrible incidents that have taken place in this small area, right at the river's edge. First, it is said that a young boy was swept away in a mudslide in this area, and sadly, he perished in the flood. Another tale recounts that a man took his own life at the river's edge. And then, even more tragedy, because the graves of several children can be found here, buried along the riverbank.
We have
such a horrible history. The RC
Water
TV
Phantom.
team decides to leave offerings and prayers for any distressed
There's a name for
spirits
that,
might
but
be unable to move on to the other side. And not long after leaving their offerings, the paranormal investigators spot something truly terrifying.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah, that is a real person sitting there in the water. Oh my gosh. Oh, and he's going into the water.
The investigators spot what appears to be a man sitting on the edge of the river. But something is very off about the mysterious.
That is creepy.
And his face is unrecognizable.
Oh my gosh.
The team attempts to get closer. The stranger disappears underwater, never to be seen again. The
Wow.
RC Fun TV team say that they might have just seen the spirit of the man that took his own life on the riverbank, or perhaps even the boy that drowned in the flood. But is it real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Wow, okay. That's a crazy one. We got, forgive me, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Sign Nam. Sign Namin. The Moonlit Ghost. Do the Shannon Watts body cam footage. Oh, at least that would be hard to debunk since it was raw body cam footage. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that would be interesting to react to on this channel. If I don't get that, please go to the Discord link. Go there and then drop like a YouTube or a Reddit link in the reaction suggestion on Discord. And if I don't see that pop up in the next little bit, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, go check out the Moonlit Ghost Discord. That's a good suggestion. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for jumping on. Yeah. For those of you who may are here right now and who weren't here at the beginning, I'm trying to build a community of skeptics and believers alike, so we can sift through all of the nonsense, all of the bunk paranormal stuff on the internet, and find the true evidence of the strange and paranormal. So let me know. Give me everything you got. That's a great suggestion. As for this water spirit,
Flood, but is it real?
oh my gosh. Okay, so one thing I want to point out here is this guy wearing clothing. It seems like he's wearing a shirt at a minimum, right? It's hard to tell, but when he like goes into the water,
Just an elaborate hoax.
yeah, you can see like on his back, there's like fabric curls, like ripples in the fabric, right? That, yeah, he's wearing a shirt, but it's all very white. Gray and trying to, that guy does not look good. He looks like he, this is a hard one because I wonder if this guy's wearing a bodysuit. Okay. If these guys hoaxed this, you need this actor. You need like hair and makeup, because that looks like somebody just took a baseball bat to this guy's face. Oof, jeez. I like cringe to think if this is real. That looks like a pretty convincing bruise, and like just his eyes just swollen, and then he has to be willing to just dive into this water.
Just an elaborate hoax. You decide. Stray up.
This has to be one of those ones where I'm going to put that in the Solve a Mystery one, because the consequences of that being real is too great in my mind to just pass over. And maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you think about that one in the comments. Let's move on.
It's late in the afternoon when a CCTV camera in the city of Angol, Chile, captures a teenage girl presumably walking home from school. What happens next is absolutely chilling.
Oh, is this? I don't want to watch this. These people trying to kidnap this girl. I don't think this is paranormal. Yeah, I'm not reacting to that.
After show again, spirit, not a helping hand.
Okay.
This next video was posted to Facebook by Marla Teixeira Hernandez from Richmond, California. Marla says that she was rearranging some furniture in her son's bedroom and recorded a video of the room's final look to show to her daughter. But when she watches her video back, she spots something downright chilling. Marla says she was completely alone in the room when what appears to be a little hand is moving behind her son's cabinets. Even creepier, hand can be seen moving behind her son's cabinets. Even
all right. Okay. Sometimes I just have to. So there is room back there for somebody to be standing back there. Okay. It's just that simple. And even if there wasn't anybody standing back there, that little creepy hand thing, it's not enough. It's not enough to.
Creepier.
Really easy to fake. And it's not enough.
Out that a man's voice seems to don't be afraid to die. To Facebook and
yeah, that's just like interpretation. I mean, whatever. Yeah, no. Next.
Top 5 and of course the phone. So, a group of friends are hanging out, drinking and having a good time in the woods of Flacy, France. Suddenly, they spot what they believe to be a dog hiding behind a tree.
Vous avez vu un truc encore bouger? Bon, toi là. Il y a un truc là-bas?
We got 9 people watching right now. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate it. Comment. Let me know who you are. I might shout you out.
Minou, j'ai trouvé ta mère. Putain.
Super potato cam.
Il est mignon le chat. Ouais, il est un peu gros chat, j'aime pas ça.
He's a cute dog. He doesn't like that. He's such a cute dog.
Oh, non, bah il y a un...
Oh, is this gonna be a Dogman sighting?
Oh, c'est deux fils de gueule. Pourquoi t'as laissé tomber la porte? Pour éclairer, putain.
Is that a head? Is that somebody peeking out? Oh, he's going close to it. And he catches himself on fire! What?
Something otherworldly can be seen moving around behind the tree. Something with long fingers and an unusually large skeletal head. The video abruptly cuts, and what happens next remains a mystery. So could it be that the group had an encounter with an alien? Or just what is that? Let me know what you think. Hunting. Let me know what you think.
I will let you know what I think. Let me go back here in a second.
Something.
That is a very low to the ground being. I'm trying to see if I can see articulation in the fingers. That is very hard to make out, but it is clear there is something there.
Moving around behind the tree. Something with long fingers and an unusually large skeletal head. The video abruptly cuts, and what happens next remains a mystery. So could it be that the group
That's so hard to make out. Here's my thoughts on this. I'm fairly skeptical of this being a genuine alien or some sort of cryptid. Partly because I have a hard time seeing. I was trying to see if I could see like the fingers moving, or if like it blinks or something like that. And I'm not sure it does. Like the hand is pretty clear right there. It's like a long, slender fingers, but it doesn't appear to be moving like you would think a biological creature would. Is that a blink? Oh, I can't tell. If it blinks, if I can tell that this thing blinks, then I'm putting this in the Solve a Mystery section. Otherwise, it's just a mask. It kind of looks like it blinks. But that could just be pixelated pixels. Oh, please let me know what you guys think in the comments. The Beast. Oh, what's up, XL? Thanks for jumping on. We're trying to figure out if this is a dude in a mask or looks like a possum head. Oh, that's actually good. Let's watch this back without Nuke's commentary and see if that could be a possum. They were saying that, like, at least the subtitles were saying that they thought there was like a dog over there or something. I don't know, guys. And then he catches himself on fire by walking into the fire. Wah!
Something otherworldly can be seen moving around behind the tree. Something with long fingers and an unusually large skeletal head. The video abruptly cuts, and what happens next remains.
I'm really on the fence with this one, but I'm inclined to think that this is not anything paranormal. I wish there was just like a little bit more that we could see. I'm not gonna put this one on the Solve a Mystery, but you guys could. Not sure what the fingers would be though. Yeah, I don't really know. I was hoping I could see like the fingers move, like the hands articulating or something like that, or something blinking. If I could be certain that it was moving more like biologically, then I would be more inclined to look more into this. But I don't think I am. I'm gonna pass this one by. I think it very easily could be just like a plastic mask and a weird toy or something like that.
It's a mystery.
But I could be convinced otherwise. Let me know in the comments.
Group had an encounter with an alien? You think? Hunting the unknown.
Okay.
Paranormal investigator Alex from the YouTube channel Hunting the Unknown sets out to investigate a restaurant in Investigator Alex from the YouTube channel Hunting the Unknown sets out.
I am already skeptical. Welcome to Hunting the Unknown. Look at this edited thumbnail here. I mean, this guy knows how to edit things, and he's got a whole channel. He's got, yeah, I'm already skeptical. Sorry.
Out to investigate a restaurant in England that's been abandoned for over 20 years. The owners of the restaurant are said to have abruptly fled the property after being tormented by severe paranormal activity. The abandoned and broken down structure is located deep in the middle of the woods, and Alex is all alone as he begins his investigation in the dead of night.
I say this every single time, people investigating urban exploration and things like this, you do not know that you're all alone. There's homeless people everywhere. If there are empty buildings, somebody's going to be using it to live in.
After setting up a motion detecting music box in the bar section of the restaurant, Alex already begins to experience strange activity.
So I've got the music box set up at the moment. Just doing a little walkthrough. Hello?
We got a slamming door.
A static camera captures the moment a door slams by itself. But things are about to get even weirder. Alex decides to do a...
Here's my thing about slamming doors. Sure, a poltergeist could slam a door, but a poltergeist could also open a door. If there's ever video where the door just slams one way, then I'm almost universally just going to pass by the video. If the door slams and then it opens and slams and then opens and slams, I will be much more inclined to take the sighting seriously. At that point, you are going to have, if it's being faked, if it's being hoaxed, you're going to have somebody who has planned this out and kind of a production team behind it. Otherwise, it could be a real poltergeist activity. So,
spirit box session in the hopes of catching some paranormal activity.
Where are you? Can you give me a sign?
And I also would, I would also take ghost hunters a lot more seriously if they stopped using spirit boxes and EVP recorders.
Please. What the
Alex asks for a sign, and bottles sitting on the bar seem to be pushed over on their own. But it's when he takes a closer look at the bottles that he captures something truly disturbing.
Is it a shadow person? Is it a shadow person? There's this fine line, and I say this often. There's a fine line between being genuine in your paranormal research and what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that there's this little sweet spot when something is just blown out of proportion. It's overproduced. On one hand, you want enough evidence that it's clear that this is a ghost or this is a cryptid. But on the other hand, if it's too clear, if it's too much, then it's so likely that it is a production and set up and staged. It's hard to kind of distinguish sometimes, but that's what I'm trying to find that sweet spot. And I'm already not impressed with this guy. I need something more than just these tropes.
I'm pretty sure this is like that. Hello?
Shadow person. Yep, there he is, a shadow person. Okay. At this point right now, you are already kind of excluding the possibility that he's running into like homeless people, because this happens all the time. People attribute paranormal activity to like literally homeless people sleeping in this abandoned building, but that was more than just the shadow of somebody. That was edited that way. It could have been somebody really standing there and they edited him in post to look like a dark, shadowy figure. And he's gone. Okay, yeah.
Who's there?
And he points the camera the wrong direction. He doesn't point it in the direction where the shadow figure was. The shadow figure, I think, went to the left, right? So then he walks behind him out of the room and nobody's there.
The dark silhouette of a figure can be seen standing in a room right across from Alex. Now, Alex doesn't notice the figure at first, but when he moves towards the door, he realizes that something is not quite right. He inspects the room to make sure no one is there, but he gets the unsettling feeling that he's being watched. Alex no longer feels safe in the remote building and all by himself. So he decides to just get out of there. You can watch this entire investigation and many more spooky videos over on the YouTube channel, Hunting the Unknown. The Thing from the Cave.
Yeah, not impressed. I bet every single one of those videos has some sort of shadow person and bottles falling over.
Japanese paranormal investigators Gachan, Daichan, and Yasuke are contacted by one of their viewers about a bizarre picture they took in an allegedly haunted cave in Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. The picture shows what appears to be a woman peeking from a rock inside the caves. The location is said to be a paranormal hotspot, and many visitors claim to have seen the mysterious apparition of a lady dressed all in white. It's late at night when the clip store team carefully make their way deep underground into the cave system to search for the spot where the photo was taken.
安介さん気をつけてね。滑る。
石、巨大な石を下に落とすとか。
やめて。マジ膝限界でさ、和式トイレでトイレ。
My knee is in pain. My knee is in pain all the time too, so I can relate to that. These guys are legit.
左側。え、石。ここや。石あるもんね。ほら。こんな感じじゃない。あ、だね。あ、そう。え、ちょっとうわ気持ち悪い。てか無理。人がだってガッチャンそんな足とか出してるの。
とにかくここですね。
The clip store team manages to find the exact location of the photo. But now, with all three members so cramped in such a tiny cave tunnel, Yasuke and Daichan decide to head back out and wait in the car. Gachan stays behind to listen and look for anything strange. Gachan has been in the dark cave for about 20 minutes when this happens.
It's my understanding at this point that right around that corner is just a dead end, right? Is that what they showed us on camera? While sitting in the dark, Gachan is a little freaked out when he suddenly hears what sounds like a woman crying from somewhere deep within the caves. Maybe it goes back further, I guess. I think maybe, you know, this could be one of those instances. Things aren't always so black and white. I think, and what really sells things is when you actually do, like, react. Or maybe he really did hear something and it freaked him out, but it wasn't that sound. And on camera, he freaks out, but the camera doesn't pick anything up, and so they edit in, like, a woman crying or something like that. Meanwhile, waiting back in the car, Yasuke and Daichan also experience something terrifying.
初めてやったけどどうだったですか？いや結構ね、やっぱなんていうかな、やっぱ寒気、まあその洞窟っていうのもあるけど、やっぱそこがすごいよね。そうね、なんか雰囲気が違うもんねやっぱ。ね。あとコウモリエグかったね。There's so many bats. Well, all the bats were hibernating. Okay. Somebody knocked on their window. Okay. It's just their friend coming out. He's like, had enough, wants to go to sleep. No, I didn't. Someone can be seen sitting right outside the passenger seat window, just watching Daichan. What?
What the heck?
Bangs, one from the back of the car and
Maybe my head was in the way. Hold on, I gotta go back, sorry. Is that it right there? I don't think that's it. Where is this guy that
Did
nuke?
you see it? Someone can be seen sitting right outside the passenger seat window.
Oh, until you like, until you highlight it and bring it out, it's like impossible to see that that is actually the face of a person, and that is a little horrifying. Except I think if that person was really sitting there, their head should be much bigger than that, right? Because it seems like it's right outside the car.
Chan and Yasuke.
So that isn't a case of pareidolia. I think that actually is what looks. It's whether it's fake or real. I'm not saying this is real. Whether it's fake or real, that is actually supposed to look like a human face.
Then there are two loud bangs, one from the watching Dai-chan and Yasuke. Then there are two loud bangs, one from the back of the car and one from the front. As the camera pans back toward the passenger window, we can see that the creepy figure
Is gone.
seems to have disappeared.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's not all that happened that night. Because early on, back in the caves, there was something else. While the clip store team are all climbing down the rocks, their viewers pointed out that something else might have been there with them. Watch again very closely. Someone or something can be seen moving up above them.
Okay.
So following them down here.
All right.
Moving
That's
in a
great.
light that haunts this area. Investigation.
No,
Graveyard.
no. I think that's all a production. That's. I don't think there's anything to that. Yeah. Let's move on.
Shift. TikTok user Veronica is working the night shift on the second floor of the Baylor Scott and White Medical Center in Rowlett, Texas. Suddenly, they start to experience something truly creepy.
Did you hear her?
Yes.
You hear her?
We sleep hem zo, we woken hem op. We woken hem op.
It's got to come back. Come on. Okay.
She probably thinks I'm her mom.
All right. This is a lot of nothing going
Coworkers
on.
hear the sound of someone humming or singing.
Yes.
Opens by. He believes that girl, trying girl. Let me know.
Yeah. Sorry. There's nothing there. I don't know.
Theory clip was posted by TikTok
Next.
user The Truth 444. The video shows a tourist in Paris stopping at the storefront of the famous and very controversial brand Balenciaga. The woman notices something in the store window that is truly disturbing.
Okay, people, tell me something. So this is a store in Paris. This is a man's store in Paris, and this is a mannequin.
A mannequin.
That they say that they made this and put this in the store. This boy look like somebody dead and bomb. Look at his hand. Wait, I'm doing it through the hole. Look at the boy hands. Look, the hands
is freaked out by a mannequin that looks just a little bit too real. But things are about to get even weirder. Watch closely.
If anybody have this guy missing, please. This is crazy. I've never seen anybody look so friggin' real. How you have this man in the store so long? Look. Look at that. You see? This is friggin' crazy. Look in the guy eye. And them said they made this mannequin.
Did it just move? Did that mannequin move?
Look at the guy friggin' face. He's in Paris. If you know anyone that missing a black son, look like this. He's in Paris in the store in the window.
The mannequin suddenly appears to be looking directly.
She's really convinced that this is a real person. I mean, it's very, very real looking.
At the woman. Viewers of the video are creeped out by the sudden change in position, and some even swear
It did move, right?
you could see the mannequin blinking. The video gets a massive amount of attention as viewers begin to make wild claims that the multi-billion-dollar fashion brand Balenciaga has embalmed one of their models, and that the mannequin isn't a mannequin at all, but is in fact a missing model by the name of Christopher Tyler. The claims become even stronger after Christopher Tyler seems to drop offline. He stops modeling, and mysteriously his Instagram account.
I think he needs to, the first and foremost, he needs to get a jacket that fits him.
And mysteriously his Instagram account is suddenly set to private. People became so disturbed by the ultra-lifelike mannequin's resemblance to model Christopher Tyler that Chris had to actually post an Instagram live addressing that he was safe and actually very much alive.
Like, I appreciate everybody concerned, but, you know, you can't feed into whatever you see on the internet.
Nah, you a clone, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a fake page. They cloned me. Everything in the book. Everything in the book.
All of this really doesn't explain why this creepy mannequin seems to stare at this tourist who gets too close. The hospital visitor.
Wait. Okay. So I can totally see, what is it, Balenciaga, however you say it, making this mannequin look like that model. Okay. So that's not unrealistic at all. Then he gets on a live stream. It seems like he's fine unless you play into this whole clone thing. And these are people inside the store. These are photos of people inside the store looking at this model, this mannequin. And so this is just a very, very lifelike mannequin. However, I swear the mannequin moved when this woman was filming it.
He's in Paris. If you know anyone that missing a black son, look like this. He's in Paris in the store in the window.
The mannequin suddenly appears to be looking.
No, before Nuke's narrative.
This man in the store, sit down, look.
On his face.
Look at that.
Hand, and then she zooms back up and his head moves, right?
This is friggin' crazy.
Isn't that in a different position? Is that?
You see? Seen anybody look so friggin' real? How you have this man in the store, sit down, look. Look at that. You see? This is friggin' crazy.
This might be just an optical illusion because she moves to the left and is filming from a different advantage, but that does look like his head turns slightly and he's looking in a different spot. Can you guys see his head turn at all?
It's crazy. I've never
Right
seen
now, he's staring off to the woman's left, pretty fairly off to the woman's left.
friggin' real. How you have this man in the store, sit down, look. And them real. How you have and put on, look. I'm in window. And it looks so friggin' real. How you have this man in the store, sit down, look. Look at that. You see? This is friggin' crazy. Look at that. Look at.
It really looks like his head moves a little bit. Not visually, but she cuts away and goes back. I think it must just be because she takes a few steps to the left when she's recording this. But that does look really weird.
I've never seen anybody look so friggin' real. How you ever have this man in the store sit down? Look. Look at that. You see? This is friggin' crazy. Look at the guy. And them said they
And then they say they think he says he blinks. Let's see if we can see him blink.
Look at the guy friggin' face. He's in Paris. If you know anyone not missing a black son, look like this. He's in Paris in the store in the window.
The mannequin suddenly appears to be looking directly at the woman.
It is just a difference of perspective. She moves the camera, but it does look weird. See if we can see him blink.
At the woman. Viewers of the video are...
We got could be your neighbor. No. Could be oh yeah, okay.
creeped out by the sudden change in position, and some even swear they could see the mannequin blinking.
I don't think he blinks. Okay, I have to say that is a weird one, but I honestly do think I don't think the mannequin's head moves, even though it really does look like it. When she pans back, it looks like his head tilts. I feel confident in saying that this is just an optical illusion. She's filming his head, and then simultaneously she goes down to film his hand. She takes like a step or two, or maybe, I don't know, she goes a little bit to her left, and then she pans back up, and it's just from a different angle, which looks really weird. I will give you that, but I think that's what's going on, and I did not see the mannequin blink. I don't think this is I don't think the guy on the live stream is a clone. I think maybe there's some reality to governments cloning people and celebrities and things like this, but I'd have to have some real more solid evidence than this for that to be the case. So let's move on.
Viewers begin to make wild claims that the multi-billion-dollar fashion brand Balenciaga has
all right, yeah. Next.
stops modeling.
That is a real rare one.
That Chris had actually very much alive.
Like, I appreciate
At the visitor. This
Hospital
next creepy
visitor.
video was posted to the internet without a source. It is said that the video was taken by a patient in a hospital in Indonesia. Allegedly, he recorded the video to reassure his friends and family that he's safe and in good hands. But when he looks back at his own footage, he sees something so disturbing that he no longer feels safe at all.
What?
A dark figure veiled in black can be seen watching over another patient. Now, that on its own is not that scary, but the man recording the video claims that there was no one there at the time. He says that there was no dark figure.
What does Nuke mean that on its own isn't that scary? That's horrifying.
No one there at the time. He says that there was in the video. Now, that on its own is not that scary, but the man recording the video claims that there was no one there at the time. He says that there was no dark figure. Now, many viewers of the video have said that the eerie figure appears to be floating, and that they believe the apparition might be the Grim Reaper, patiently awaiting the patient's death. But I'll leave that up to you to decide.
All right, this is the last of Nuke's video. I'm gonna end on this one, but I this is just a matter of whether somebody edited this in post. There was somebody really standing there, and they just dropped saturation and contrast to the point that he's just a black void. but I have such a problem with just dismissing every single shadow character like this, because I really do think that there are these creatures, these entities out there.
Thank you so much, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. Thank you so much for watching. But Grim Reaper.
I'm gonna think on this one. And I am going to post some of these back onto the Discord in the solve a mystery section. Please, guys, if you have any thoughts, any creepy weird videos, please go to the reaction suggestion. We got a reaction suggestion from Dread on Discord, and I think this was signed No Mean. Hope you're still here, because it took me a minute to get to it, but here you go, dude. Thank you for the reaction. I have seen this before, I believe, but yeah, let's do it.
In the early hours of August 13, 2018, this man murdered his pregnant wife.
Such a horrible story. We're gonna skip forward through the narrative. Most of you know what this is already, but we're gonna skip forward to the body cam footage. Oh yeah, I think it's right here.
The police department conducted a search of the Watts home before the discovery of the bodies. What you're about to see is the image of a ghostly figure of a child at the staircase, and hear the voices of Shanann and her daughters. These were all taken from the police body cam.
Yeah, so this is, they are talking with Chris. This is a police officers, their body camera footage, and this is after Chris murdered his family, and he's trying to play it cool.
And we've got Boulder County Sheriff's Office. She can't. Hey, so we brought in some extra resources to try to locate your family. With your permission, we've got 3 different canines available. We'd like to collect some scent and kind of get the dogs in motion if you're good with that. They are going to need to come inside the house, kids' rooms, any of your wife's articles, anything like that. Is that okay with you? And you do understand it's completely voluntary. Okay, perfect. So we'll just let her get started.
You see him just totally panicking. I mean, it's trying to play it cool, but this is really tough. So at first, yeah, it's right there on the left on the staircase. It's hard to make out, but there does appear to be something there, and that alone isn't okay, yeah, let's move on from that. We'll skip forward.
Sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of these are motion activated.
Oh, I guess you hear like this quiet voice say Chris. That's just like an EVP. It's hard to make out. So that alone, still, what really is intriguing is when this woman goes into the closet here. I have seen this before.
Yes.
I don't know about all the whispers.
Something. I heard it. I did. It did. The kids closed.
Oh, so they actually heard that audibly. And keep in mind that this is a canine unit. These people are not hoaxing this. Oh yeah. The girl giggling.
Yes. Something. There was I heard it. Did you hear it? I did. It did. The kids clothes in their nightgowns that they may or may not have had on that night.
I have CC. Yeah, this actually is stranger than I remember it. Yeah, neighbor says CC. They also say that it sounds like a toy. Let's move a little forward here. Got another audible EVP. This is our home. It's hard, right, to distinguish those noises from the police officer themselves, but that girl giggling, that really tripped both of them out, which was very, very strange.
But it was from the other direction, right where those coolers were. So a lot of just refocus. Here. And there's a bag of
Okay, so there's a lot of weird audible sounds that are honestly would be hard to distinguish from the actual people there and actually a ghost phenomenon. However, this one, when they're up in the first closet, that one is probably the most intriguing with the little girl giggling. Just want to watch that one more time. What in the world was that? So a lot of times when you hear this from ghost hunters, a lot of times it's super easy to just edit audio in after the fact. But these are not ghost hunters. These are police. This is a canine unit investigating this home. And they heard this little girl giggle, which to me, this is enough to put on the Solve a Mystery. If anybody has any more insights or thoughts on this. I mean, it could be a toy, but I don't know that they found a toy making that noises. This deserves more investigation, and this will go on the Solve a Mystery section on the Moonlit Ghost Discord. If you haven't already, head on over. I'm trying to develop and grow this community of skeptics and believers. I really appreciate all of you guys for tuning in today. If you haven't already, head on over to the Discord, links in the description. Become a member. Feel free to join any of these chats about any weird, interesting aliens, ghosts, cryptids. You can come down here to the reaction suggestion where I will react to these. And you can help solve a mystery right here. Any of these things, anything under the Solve a Mystery section are things that I have thought may be legitimate. And if we can debunk them, then that's great. Things that we can't debunk, maybe it's legitimate evidence of the paranormal. I really appreciate all of you guys jumping on. I'm going to live stream many times this week, and I really appreciate it. We're going to cut back to this main studio one. Thank you. This is the Moonlit Ghost, and I will see you. Stay paranormal, and I will see you next time. Also, I'm pitching Friday's episode, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I am posting a video about an ancient ghost story that I know you've never heard before. Please tune in Friday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for the premiere. I'm going to be in the comments, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. All right, guys, have